Alright, so welcome back. In this video, we're simply going to be exploring the sketch menu to draw some sketches and basically get an outline of something that we want to model or extrude. Right? So for this example, what we're going to do is essentially we're going to model over the course of the next few videos like a toy car, basically. If you've ever made like a Pinewood Derby car, something like that, it's very similar to what we'll be drawing out, per se. So first thing we're going to want to do is sketch. Every model in SolidWorks begins with a sketch, so that's what we're going to start with. Considering that a car is symmetrical along the side, I think I'm going to sketch in the right plane. So basically what this is doing is if you're looking at an object from its right side instead of its front or top view, this is what you get. So currently if we were looking at the right view of a car, you could basically see the side from one of like the driver's or the passenger seat. You'd be looking into the car. So with this, you have multiple different tools. You have align tools, which sketches a line, circle, and some others. So what we're going to do is we're just going to explore these tools and use a couple of them to actually sketch something. So just starting at the origin, I'm going to draw a straight line outwards. You can see it all kind of auto snaps, which is very handy. So we kind of got ourselves a starting line. And I think I'm going to draw a little bit of a front end, drawing up a little bit. That's cool. Alright, so that's kind of the line tool. The line tool, you just click, drag, and move a line to a different place. So you're basically clicking to start a point, and then the other click ends the point. Let's try a circle. Or actually, no, a center point arc. So what a center point arc does is you click the center point, side, and it can allow you to, when you revolve around, actually create somewhat of a center point arc. So that kind of gives like almost like a little bit of a front hood look to our car. So then I guess we'll try switching to line again, and I'll try kind of another line, making this front of the car. Keep drawing lines, kind of getting a base output of a shape. And then like any, of course, race car, you gotta have something cool in the back. Okay, so that's kind of a very simple looking car, but it works for what we're trying to explain here. So once you're done, you can just exit out of the line properties menu, and you have this basic shape. As you can see, since I've actually connected the whole shape together, and each line connects each other, they're all connected, it basically makes a closed shape, and that's an actual solid sketch. If it's gray like this, your sketch is complete, and you can later go on to do something with it. So what you can do now, and there's also many other different things you can do, like polygons, straight slots. You do these drop-down menus. You can do a tangent arc if you wanted to. There's many options that I recommend you explore at your own pace just to figure out how you can best make your own shape in SolidWorks or Sketch. So one of the most important things with this is the Smart Dimension. So Smart Dimension is really where you start getting into actually precision within SolidWorks, right? Very instrumental tool, very basic. So let's say I want to make sure that the underbase of my car is, let's go with a nice, let's try 80 millimeters to start out with, right? And then perhaps I want front to back of the car, front back to point, and you want this whole thing to have 110 units or millimeters. So as you can see, what this is slowly doing is it's giving me measurements for SolidWorks. It's basically taking whatever I interacted with, in the case of the line and the dot, it's giving them precise measurements and adjusting the drawing accordingly. So if I wanted my car from top profile to bottom profile to be under, let's say, 30 millimeters, I can shrink that. Now I realize, oh wait, I actually want this to be around 25 millimeters. So as you can see, or let's go with 20, that's a good number. So you can see I'm slowly adjusting take different measures in SolidWorks to obtain a much more accurate view of what I'm actually wanting to work with. Say I want to shorten up this tail fin, I can just, yet again, use Smart Dimension, make this like 10 millimeters. We'll try that. A little too short, okay. So we'll change it up, go with 20 to start with. So as you can see, we put down some dimensions. Nice thing about Smart Dimension is everything that you're doing here in units is perfectly accurate to what your model will be in the outside world. So if you want to design something under certain constraints, say a robot that has to be under a certain space, Smart Dimension is your best tool for making everything that you sketch actually be 100% accurate. And then, of course, anytime you want, you can simply use Smart Dimension, click on this. I could change this to 110 inches or something. Of course, when that happens, I have a very, very long SolidWorks model. And since I really don't want a car that long, I'm just going to hit Control Z, and it basically reverses what I've just done. And in order to zoom out on your SolidWorks project, you just use the mouse wheel, and it'll give you a better view wherever you are. So that's pretty much smart dimensioning sketching. You can get very clever with how you sketch, and essentially once we're done with sketching, this will allow us to further move on with actually extruding a certain part.